How law of attraction really works? How should you use it? You now have a rough idea of what the law of attraction is and why many people have adopted it. But before we go further, it's a good idea to give some stronger intuition behind the law of attraction. The law of attraction is not only a statement about attraction, but it is also a suggestion for how we should think about situations in our lives. In particular, it urges us to think about abundance rather than scarcity. For illustration's sake, consider the following 4 situations. Decide whether you have an abundance or scarcity mindset. 1. You're deciding whether to help out a business associate with a new project he has in mind. You know that it has the potential to be successful, and you know that you can help him to implement it. But ultimately, you decide not to do it. You decide that a small part of your customer base overlaps with his, and you don't want to lose even a single customer to him. 2. You're deciding whether to start an affiliate program to promote your new product, but you're discouraged by the fact that you have never done this before. Instead of seeking out help, you decide that it probably won't work out, so you don't do it. 3. You just started a new business. You want to rent an office so that you have a place to send your employees. You know that this is a big risk, but instead of letting this bog you down, you refuse to view it as an obstacle and instead push forward, determined to make it work no matter how hard it may seem initially. 4. You're deciding whether to do something nice for your wife. You know that you could make her life easier by doing this favor for her, but you ultimately decide not to. Instead, you decide to hold an offer, so that you can offer to do it as a bargaining chip for something in exchange. After reading the examples, can you see the difference between an abundance mindset and scarcity mindset? Can you see how the law of attraction directs you to think and behave in a way that will generate reciprocity and kindness from others? And furthermore, can you see how following the law of attraction directs you not to worry persistently about being taken advantage of, and not to live your life with the goal of extracting every last penny and favor from everyone else while doing nothing for them in return? These are important things to see and to understand about the law of attraction if you ever want to practice it successfully and reap the rewards that it offers. How do you know it works? Many people recommend not worrying about whether the law of attraction works. You should not worry whether positive thinking and maintaining an abundance mindset will produce better results for you. As with everything you do in life, at work and in personal relationships, it's important to assess whether what you're doing is actually happening. Start by setting a trial period. During this time, dedicate yourself to obeying the law of attraction. During this trial period, let nothing stand between you and your goals. Think positively and focus on achieving these goals instead of focusing on the things that might prevent you from reaching those goals. Also, adopt an abundance mindset during this trying time. So give yourself a 3-month trial, put everything in it and see what happens. I assure you that living abundantly, thinking positively and constructively, and giving to others without expecting anything in return will positively change your life, your job, and your relationships. Why cynicism is bad when it comes to the law of attraction. Many people make the mistake of believing that skepticism is bad. But in truth, there's nothing wrong with skepticism. There's nothing wrong with thinking a deal through before we make it. And there's nothing wrong with wondering whether berries we picked in the forest are edible or poisonous. Skepticism is important and can keep us alive and improve how our businesses function. On the other hand, cynicism is an entirely different animal. When we convince ourselves that nothing can be good, that nothing can work out well, and that everything in our lives is rigged against us, we cave into something that is very contrary to the law of attraction. Namely, we forget trying to attract positive things into our lives through visualization and action, and we instead harp on the things that have gone wrong. If you are serious about practicing the law of attraction to achieve your goals, to mend and strengthen your relationships, and to become successful in business or at work, then cynicism is the first thing that must go. and you must replace it with an endless and persistent willingness to overcome challenges. Why focus and visualization is important. The law of attraction suggests that if we focus on positive things, then positive things will be attracted into our lives. This is why followers of law of attraction stress that we set aside time during the day to focus on the things that we want and visualize them coming into our lives. As a new practitioner of the law of attraction, you should begin setting aside time during the day to do this. You should start by spending several hours to clearly define your goals. And when you do this, don't only think about getting a certain amount of money, but think mainly about how you will use it. Like for example, to make your family's life better or to get that house you always wanted. After you have defined your goals, you should spend at least a half hour each day doing nothing other than focusing on them and visualizing them happening. It may seem excessive at first, but in fact, it is a method that many professional athletes and successful business persons do on a regular basis. Once you have done this a few times, you'll understand why it makes sense. It helps you to focus your attention where it should be, namely on achieving your goals. It also helps you to walk through your goals carefully, step by step through visualization. This is important as it will help you to form a very specific plan about how you can overcome problems and achieve goals no matter how difficult they may seem. How to create an environment for focus and visualization. We've now established that focus and visualization is an important part of applying the law of attraction. If you can focus on your goals, if you can visualize them happening, and you can accept their happening, then you can apply the law of attraction successfully and reap the personal and material benefits that follow. With this said, it is important to think about how you can improve your focus and bolster your visualization techniques. You can start by employing the following techniques, which are known to improve mindset, calm nerves, and allow you to concentrate. 1. Burn incense or light an aromatherapy candle. Pick a scent that will energize you and focus you, rather than dulling your senses or putting you to sleep. Scents such as peppermint, grapefruit, or vanilla will accomplish this goal. Once the scent has filled the room, close your eyes and focus on your goals. Attempt to visualize how they will happen and feel open and accepting as they do. 2. Get a massage. A massage can loosen up your muscles and make you feel relaxed and calm. This will make it easy for you to focus your mind on only one thing, namely, the process by which you will achieve your goal. 3. Take a warm bath with dim lighting. This will put you in a quiet environment away from other people where you can relax and focus. Concentrate your mind on only one goal and how you will achieve it. 4. Practice meditation. One of the best known techniques for focusing on one thought only is meditation. Learning how to meditate better will translate into better use of the law of attraction. In short, focus and visualization are important parts of practicing the law of attraction. So if you want to practice the law of attraction correctly, then you need to find ways to focus and visualize better. How to avoid bad thoughts. As I said earlier, cynicism can be destructive to our use of the law of attraction. It can prevent us from trying harder by convincing us that things are not possible. And it can prevent us from focusing on an idea and following through. For these reasons, it is important for us to keep bad, cynical thoughts away when we are truly attempting to practice the law of attraction. Instead, we must focus on ideas that are positive and that reinforce our vision of the future. How can we do this? There are a number of different ways. I suggest just a few below. 1. Find ways to snap out of bad thoughts. If you find yourself reinforcing bad thoughts with more bad thoughts, you have to find some way to break free from the cycle. Psychologists often suggest using cognitive behavioral therapy techniques in situations like this. One commonly suggested CBT technique involves wearing an elastic band around your wrist. When you start to encounter negative thoughts, snap that elastic band. That immediate physical feedback can help you to jolt out of a cycle of negative thoughts, and then begin to fix your attention on something else instead. Other techniques involve discontinuing what you're doing at the time and doing something else instead. For instance, if you are in your cubicle at work and you are looking at a massive stack of papers, you might begin to feel depressed and overwhelmed. Instead of sitting there and staring at the papers, get up and take a quick break. Grab a coffee or talk to someone in a nearby cubicle. This can help to break the cycle of negativity before it begins. 2. Avoid places that generate bad thoughts. In your day-to-day experiences, you have probably recognized that certain places cause bad thoughts. Perhaps there was an event in the past where you failed at something unexpectedly, or perhaps something bad happened to you and your family, and whenever you pass by a certain place, you think of that bad thought. From now on, it's time to start pushing those places out of your life. If a place makes you sad and there's very little you can do to overcome that sorrow, then don't visit it anymore. Take a different route to work. In short, avoid any place that can put you on the path to becoming increasingly negative. 3. Carefully choose and maintain relationships. If you have friends who constantly degrade you, doubt your abilities, or insult your ideas, it's time to make new friends. While it's good to have a skeptic in the crowd to bounce ideas off of, it is rarely helpful to have a cynic around who can do nothing other than find hundreds of implausible ways in which your ideas might fail. It accomplishes nothing and it prevents you from maintaining your positive thoughts. So from time to time, evaluate your relationships. Decide whether the friends you have chosen to associate yourself with are improving your life and reinforcing your success, or whether they are simply dragging you down. In brief, the law of attraction can be summarized in 3 steps. First, think deeply about what it is that you truly want most. Second, focus only on that thing and visualize how you will attract it into your life. And third, be open and accepting of that thing you want most, even if you initially subconsciously fear accomplishing it. Beyond that, practicing the law of attraction amounts to exercising focus and visualization. It also requires you to think in terms of abundance rather than scarcity. Hope you really enjoyed the video and learned something new. If you did, give a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to stay updated about future uploads. This is Clarice from Inspired Success. I wish you good health, good life, and sending you good vibes. Bye for now, see you next time, same channel, here at Inspired Success.